Okay, you should be able to hear me. You should be able to see me. All right, y'all. This is the weekly review for the second or third week of November. Fibonacci Day. Wow. So today is Fib Day. All right, so this is the 48th week of the year of 2025. And then we have a couple weeks remaining, which I will be not active for these weeks, but I'll be tape reading. So no more trading, just tape reading until things start to warm up, probably around the end of December, Jan. That's January 2026, and I'll be updating with an economic calendar for all this stuff. You know, so I'm providing a lot of stuff on Discord, and yeah. So that's yeah. So this is the Discord. Um, November 14th, I sent this out on Friday, and then this week on Monday, futures open. I said, study how the indices will have easy liftoff into the previous weekly opening prices at midnight or Sunday 6 p.m. So that's what that is, 1800. The dollar on the right hand side is trading to the daily fair value gap low. That I want to see if it acts as premium inversion and allows indices to trade higher to 67.88 and 25.320 and 3/4. So that was my bias. Considering all of this, Forex should, in sympathy, trade slightly higher here. Not in my interest though. I don't really trade Forex. I sent this large screenshot of exactly what I was viewing all at once. If it wants to load, it's taking a minute. Alright then. Maybe it didn't load for you guys. I don't know, let me know. Well, anyways, I was looking at this. And the dollar should remain heavy here inside that orange shaded area, which would be labeled as daily bearish inversion fair value gap. And then it was formed on October 30th. So it's within like a 15 to 20 day look back of that PD array. And so that's why I was expecting it to act heavy. Anything above this should be as premium. So then I mentioned these relative equal highs here. And I said, now imagine this. So this is what I was looking at exactly up here. Right, I wanted to draw up into there. That was the idea, that dollar remains heavy, and that will allow for easy liftoff on the futures indices. So until dollar provides any means for a sell signal, I'm still watching this setup for potential. So patience. That was at 11:16. And then notice how dollar keeps pushing higher, but futures also following higher in pursuit to the previous weekly open. And basically what I was outlining here is that the dollar is pushing higher, building up a premium. And then I update you later, but watch 67.88 level on ES, set your alerts. 67.88 booked right here. It's for some reason laggy, or it's blurry. I think I gotta upgrade to Nitro. But recording a small video, here's the link. And then I'm just asking questions. This is what I'll be measuring into the overnight session. Was this video, to keep it simple. If this, so if the dollar shows its hand that it's weak, and that 6-month order block, if this loads, there we go, 6-month bearish order block from July 24th. So that's the monthly 6-month chart. So the opening of the 6-month candle is acting as a premium. So anything above this is premium. So we run these equal highs here, and then we come down, shift in market structure, fair value gap, it's heavy above this buy side. These are the signals that I'm looking for. Anything above 100.257, premium, 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 and then we gapped lower. So that told me that this is the nearest discount because it's below this 6-month order block. So it should come down here. And so it did, but then it ended up coming back up and attacking the buy side. But once it came back up and attacked the buy side, it once again gravitated lower in the latter portion of the week, and then it allowed for that liftoff on the indices. And then this is what I was looking at specifically on the ES. Then that, so we had the order block, and I was expecting some room to the downside. Main thing was that we had a stop run here, so we had a low, high, lower, low, and then I sort of wanted to see this act as a breaker. But considering we're down here and we're inside a premium array, and dollar had room to the upside after we traded to that near short-term low. I'm trying to word this carefully. We had room to come down into this blue line and this blue line, which is the order block. So it's this candle's opening and then this candle's high, because this candle, you can see that there's a lot of damage here. So we opened, this is the 6 p.m. open, and whether we came up or down first, I don't know, but we did come down, and then we made it really jagged over here, but between the new week opening gap low, or below the new week opening gap low. So real discount, big discount. And if you take this high and this low, this is a really good discount area. So it can come down, sweep that, trade lower. But this was the main thing I was watching. There's a lot of interest in this candle, right? And so I posted this at night, and then I have some updates. But then eventually, I think, what is this, November 21st, I posted this when the targets were hit, and I posted a few other things, but just to update you on the price action right here. This is basically the full recap and what I was looking at on my chart, why I was looking at it, and just focusing on a 15-minute. I don't want to do a daily because it's cluttered, and then 1 minute is too small. So we're going to start with a 15 because we're looking for patterns. And that pattern, just to go on the dollar, to show you the updates now, that this was the low that I had my interest in. We came, tagged it, right? And then we started to reverse back up into these highs. But these highs are kind of made jagged, but they're still pretty clean. So did I anticipate this 100% happening? No, but I had room in my analysis for it, and I waited for the patterns to show before doing anything in the market. So that's why I said I'm waiting for the dollar to set up a premium. Anyways, we came back up, attacked this buy side, and then look at the immediate reaction there. This order block is what allows for this type of drop. And the reason why when we came back up here, it fails to take out this high is because we're in a premium, and it's likely towards my bias, it's likely to gravitate lower. Once we are coming up in and creating these, highs. So basically every time it's coming up, people are seeing that as bullish. They see a green up close candle here, and I'm anticipating, or in my mind, what I'm trying to train my brain to do is fade that every single time. I'm trying to fade that. Meaning, I'm going long on ES right here, right? So here are the points on ES, which I was watching. And this is the new week opening gap high, new week opening gap low. And I'm just going to focus on Friday for now, just to simplify things for myself and hopefully you too. But looking at Friday's price action now, because I was operating in the lower half or the latter half of the week, So, with that being said, anyways, like I was saying, we have the Friday open here, and anything that is coming down and trading beneath any short-term lows is good discount. So basically, where is that 1800 right here? All right, so it was Monday that I was focusing on right over here. Monday, let's just take the Monday midnight opening price over here, all the way up here, right here. So you can see how that was so close to the 67.88 that I was talking about, but relative to the Sunday open here, this is the Sunday opening. This is when I started posting my analysis, and then we started gravitating higher. We saw that go higher, and then we started dropping. So I allowed for that drop to happen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday when we came down all the way to this old new week opening gap. This is the point of interest. New week opening gap low, new week opening gap low, new week opening gap low. Once again on Friday in the New York AM session, we come in into this gap and then we start trading higher. And I'm using points of reference like the new week opening gap, consequent encroachment, and then the high, and then this buy side. And then we came as of Friday. So when I was looking at this on Friday midnight going into the overnight session, I was watching for a TGIF. So the high right here, and then that's the weekly high. So Monday. So that's like, I'm certain that we're not going to come up and break this point. So my high is high confidence right here, the one that I'm anchoring this level to, 680150. And then my low is right here. So I was updating this going into Friday. And then around the overnight session, we came in and we priced in that low right here. Additionally, we had a volume imbalance here and an order block. If you draw out the midpoint right there. But focusing on a 15-minute chart right here, once we started coming down and making this place jagged, right here, equal lows, and then we came up, fair value gap, it started trading in here and accumulating while the dollar was trading in premium, right? So that's why I was looking at these highs and right here, and there was a lot of interest in the equilibrium of that weekly range. So right here is where I was distributing my calls for options. And I'll provide all of that detail in maybe the Discord. And then I'll just post a short segment here. But a lot of information in the Discord. And yeah, so basically, Thursday, right here, all the way here, tracking back here. We have Thursday opens, drops, but right in here at the 9:30 open. Wednesday going into Thursday, I was long, and so it was at the Wednesday close. I bought a call, and then I'll post all of this in the Discord, or I'll just put it right here. So right here is all the order history, and Wednesday close right about here. I'm going long, and then we had a huge run up, so I started distributing into the 9:30 open. I got off around here, somewhere in here. It's options, so it's I don't want to look at it and then waste time because I'm gonna have to cut this up. So I'm just gonna post it all. But here I'm certain from 10:45 to 11 a.m. I sold the position a little bit earlier, a little bit later. I can't remember, but boom, and then we dropped. So, but this opening was a good point to distribute. I just wasn't looking at the button at these highs. So I got off somewhere down here, but it was still a good, respectable run. So bada bing, bada boom. And then Friday, it was Thursday going into Friday. So Thursday's closing, I started buying more. And you can see that right here is about when I started getting in. It was actually up here. This inversion gap is what I was hoping and expecting for it to act as, which I posted in my Discord, or it was on Twitter. Sorry, it was on Twitter, and I'll pop that up right here. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so Thursday I wanted to see it continue higher, but as this is going down, that's what I mean. Is when it's going down, I'm expecting it to trade higher. So as every time it's dropping, my confidence is building more, and I'm seeing respectable signs and like signatures like this, right? The wicks and everything, and I'm seeing it and I'm getting excited. So because eventually we came all the way up here, and this is where I sold. This is where I started distributing in these premium arrays. And the fact when I saw Thursday's close and I looked back, we had such a large drop right here. This area, at least up till here, we had to clean that out. We had to go and rebalance that, and that's what we did. And so that's why I sold there, because see, post 230 we had a drop. So that's that. And I hope you enjoy. Please like this video because it lets me know if anyone is watching. And that's it. Thank you.